Hey guys, my name is Rick Eutsler here with AirgunWeb and AirgunWebTV, and I'm here with Bill from Komptec Air Systems, and we shot some air guns today.
That was fun. We went out in the yard, and I got to see a range of price points and 177s and 22s, and plunk some squirrels.
Yeah, so
Well, metal squirrels.
yeah,
anyway.
the field target guys, and you know, I really enjoy being able to go out and do that, just shoot in the front yard, and you did get the option to shoot a bunch of different guns, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nice coming out here and do that. One of the things we've been working on is the support of air guns. And if you're an air gunner out there and you buy yourself an air gun and you want to fill your own tanks, there's some great options on the market. I mean, stuff exists today that did not exist in the same affordability even 2 years ago.
Right. You read the boards, and people find that the solutions that are out there at the $1,500 and less price point meet their needs.
Yeah, they do.
And
really well.
that's good. It's interesting to look at what they are and what they aren't.
Right.
What they aren't is high fill rates.
Right. You're looking at 1 cubic foot per minute or less. And really a lot of them are much less. And that equates to topping off a bottle is 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, versus...
Or more.
Or more. Yeah, it really depends.
Depends on the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing that that we have with our units and other similar units is air filtration systems that are breathing air quality.
Yeah. And
that gets the moisture out of it. You know, we nail the Class E breathing air standard with the air that's produced on these compressors. And I think the air gun itself appreciates the dry air that comes into it.
And especially as you get to the more complicated, expensive air guns and very complex regulators, dirt, particulates, moisture cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And moisture in guns, you have the different metals, and they don't like it. You can get a lot of corrosion and stuff. So having as clean and as dry as possible and actually knowing what that rating is actually has some value if you're a real enthusiast. And there are those options like we talked about for the home use, but really an effective solution, sort of turnkey for the shop.
Well, I think that really, why did Rick and I start to talk? And what Rick and I start to talk about is how is it that we can help the air gun sport take off? Because you go to many gun shops that don't have air guns, and they don't even know anything about air guns.
Right.
How do we penetrate a larger market? Well, you got to fill the PCP tank.
Yeah, if you can do that, then that's like the first step. Right?
Yeah. So what's a solution that would let the shop owner effectively turn the task right now that's getting in his way into a revenue opportunity?
Right. So we've come up with a combination of materials here, proof of concept.
Yeah, off-the-shelf materials.
Yeah, and this is probably going to change a little bit, in how it looks, but the function is there. And really the key for us, customer walks in the door, this is a 74 cubic foot tank, 6.7 liter, whatever it is, or I think that's right, or 7.6, or anyway.
6.7 liter.
Okay.
The tanks have all kinds of different names. 74 cubic foot, 6.7 liter.
Okay. So you walk in with this tank, it's at 3,000 PSI, and you as a shop owner, if you have one of the lower cost options, you're back in the back room for 20, 30 minutes, filling that bottle or more, and the customer's waiting around. So how do we reduce that time and turn that around very quickly? And that's where you introduce the storage tank here. And so tell me a little bit about why we've done this and why we don't just have a compressor.
This is really what would be called a modified cascade system. So the customer is coming in, getting his bottle topped off. The tanks, our storage tank is close to 5,000 PSI. So we're going to then open some valves and then move the air above 4,500 PSI into this tank, bringing it up to 4,500 PSI. And then the customer can leave in a very short period of time. Then afterwards, we close some more valves, turn on the compressor, use the compressor to put all the air back in the storage tank to be ready for the next customer that comes in.
Right.
And if the customer is bringing in smaller tanks, well, you can do more tanks for you need to turn on the compressor.
Exactly. Right.
This is similar to what some people would be familiar with as a cascade system, but it's really tailored in its configuration for a gun shop owner.
Yeah, small shop. This goes in the back room.
Yes.
You take the bottle back. Boom. You're walking a minute and a half later, and the customer's got a full bottle. So we want to show you how that works. I'll show you where we're at on this bottle here. It's right at that 3,000 PSI. We're going to bring it up to 4,500 PSI, start a timer, and we'll do it.
All right.
All right, so we're right there. We're just over the 200 bar, right at that 3,000 PSI. Yeah, shut this valve off. Go ahead and bleed this out.
So this is just removing the monitoring gauge from the from the system. Okay.
Get the timer started.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
So the shop owner would simply open the valve. You can hear the air equalizing between the pressure tank, the storage tank, and the target tank, and the pressure start to reduce down. Get closer to 4,500 psi.
That looks like we're gonna be right on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can still hear a little airflow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Time.
All right. So there we are. 34 seconds. 35 seconds. 34.75. So.
Well, we could have been a little more elegant in how we did the switches. So, about a half a minute. So your customer though has not had enough time to go browse and buy a lot of accessories yet. You can stall as long as you like. So now that the customer's taking his bottle and taking.
Here we go.
Why don't you be the customer and take the bottle away?
No problem.
What we'd like to do is demonstrate how long it takes to fill the tank back up.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we have taken a 6.7 liter tank and raised the pressure from 3,000 to 4,500 psi. So now that the customer has had an opportunity to leave as a satisfied customer, the shop holder hopefully charged a few dollars for the service or got something in trade. What we need to do is top the storage cylinder back off to 4,800, 4,900 psi to be ready for the next customer to come in with the cylinder. So this valve, of course, is closed. The fill is not going on. The valve is currently closed at the output of the compressor. We're going to start the compressor, open the valve, and see how long it takes to run the pressure back up to fill the bottle.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the timer.
Great. What's our time?
4 minutes and 30-some seconds.
Okay, so from a practical basis, the air that's pumped out of the compressor in that 4.5 minutes is the same air required to top off that 6.7 liter tank. We just used the presence of the storage bottle to put that power in here, put it in the customer's 74 cubic foot tank. Then he could leave and go back and start shooting again. So what Rick and I will be working on is developing a production version of this. And again, these specifics probably will change. And the input from shop owners is going to be very beneficial as we look and make the decisions for what the components need to be.
Right, so what we need from you guys, if you guys like what we got going on here, see the potential, input, let us know what features really are important to you, and we'll see how we can work that into a workable system so that it's truly effective for that small shop owner that wants to support air guns. Because if we can get something like this going, then you have that, man, you just opens things wide open. And it's great for the shop owner too, because the margins on air guns are far better than you'd see on like firearms. It's just better. It's just a real good opportunity if we can get this nut cracked. We're like right there. I mean, we're right on it.
Yeah, no, I think getting introduced into the world of air guns recently, the opportunities are huge, and the market is ready to make some big changes. I look forward to being able to participate with Rick to help make that happen.
Well, guys, that's going to be it. Bill, man, thank you for coming over and driving all this stuff out and letting us play with it. It's been a lot of fun. Guys, if you have questions, go to my website, www.airgunweb.com. I'm going to put a page up about this. Also, you can go to www.airgunproshop.com, and your website is Komptec.
Yeah, www.komptec.com, spelled Komptec.
There you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks.